Hey guys, and welcome back to the next video. This one I will show you two Townhall 10 bases you guys can use in the CWL to, well, get a little bit lucky and get to defend against Town 11s, Town 10s, and whatever is getting thrown at you. So that's what we are talking about in this video. I will suggest you a couple of clan castles to use with this specific base, and at the same time a huge shout out to th10, who is providing me all of those nice bases, the Townhall 10 bases, and I will show you guys in 2 days some Town 11 bases to use as well in the Clan War League, so we have a little bit more fun over there. And like I said, since I'm only building Town 12 bases, I have no bases for Town 11 and Town 10 on my own. So huge thank you to th10 to providing me those bases. They're super good. They're getting used in 11 Original, which is a really good German war clan. And well, they got used in this war, and we want to show or take a look at how they defended, and well, just take a look at how they're set up. So this is like the first base we want to take a look at. The first thing you should mention is, or I should mention, is more those storages. Those storages are huge when it comes down to funneling, to like giving the opponent a little bit more things to think about, because you have to invest quite a lot to actually get rid of those, and make sure that your queen is not hammering on them for ages, or not like running around the corner and not going inside. At the same time, all those bases I provide you guys are anti-3, which means those town halls are on the complete outside. And if you guys are completely new to those base metas where the town hall is completely on the outside, one really quick rundown is just it's just to provide the, or like to try to defend better against the siege machines like the blimp or the ram. That's pretty much it, because with the town hall being set up over here, like no attacker can come from this side or this side with the ram, because the ram would go over here into this direction, which means they have to come through those angles, which means it's really easy to predict those, way more easy to build against them, and that's why the town hall is always on the outside and so far in the corner. So that's like a huge advantage when it comes down to base building and trying to defend against siege machines. So that's always nice to mention. At the same time, those bases, or like this base, it's really nice to see the setup of the air defenses, like all those air defenses kind of close to the core, which is really nice because you want to have the black mines next to the air defenses as well. And at the same time, with having all of those black mines next to the core, next to the air defenses, this means P.E.K.K.A, boulders, all of, like, whenever it comes down to something which is using healers, you have a great time getting rid of the healers, which is like the biggest part in those wars. So this is really huge. And at the same time, check out those triangles. Like, oh, this was wrong. So triangles like this, what he's using like in the base with the skeleton traps, like all on air. At the same time, the export triangle, everything around the queen, just to protect her, to make it really hard for something like hawks or like armies which are relying on that to get rid of the enemy queen. As well, 2 bomb towers, just to make sure that you cannot kill the queen with skeletons, for example. So it's like a really nice death core kind of for pretty much any troop. Bomb towers over here, and yeah, really nice, well-rounded base. And we'll check out one attack on this one, but before that I will tell you the clan cast you guys should use. So if you are getting attacked a lot by electron or drag bats, this means like dragons and bats, you should go for damage CCs, which means like 2 witches, 1 baby dragon, 1 archer, for example, stuff like this. So just to make sure that your damage or your defensive CC is dealing as much damage as possible. If you're getting attacked a lot by Lalo, by Boulder Witch, Queen Charges in general, like Queen Charge Hawk, Queen Charge Lalo, whatever, actually, just to prevent the Queen Charge or Kill Squads, then you should lose Lalo CC, like 1 Lava Hound and 1 Loon, which is super important because the Hound is tanking the enemy Queen for ages. Like the maxed Hounds in your defensive CC and only level 40 Queen to take that out takes forever. So that's super important if you want to try to defend those strategies. And if you are going against like something like miners or falcon, which are like Valkyries combined with bowlers, then you should probably go with something like a golem, because the death damage, like, it got buffed a lot, and with this they're actually kind of useful in the defensive CC, so they're kind of nice to have over there. If you're getting attacked by mass miners or falcon, just feel free to use them. So that's all about the CC, and now we will jump into the attack on this base. It was actually a close one. Like, in the end, most, like, all of defenses were gone, but at the same time, those defenses on Townhall 10, since the Townhall got like easier and easier with the new Townhall levels above, like with the siege machines, etc. So it got more and more easy to triple on Townhall 10. So it's all about like preventing the first attack kind of on Townhall 10. And that's what this base is doing. Like, you don't really have a clue where the Tesla, for example, are. Like, they could be in here. They could be in like pretty much any over here, like all on the outside, wherever. They could be anywhere pretty much. So that's huge. You can see at the same time the storages, like I said, so much time is getting invested on those. The air defense is getting rid of one healer as well. Now the slammer is coming in. Meanwhile, the queen is trying to get to the enemy queen to get rid of that. And then he's just starting in with the hawks. Like, as soon as he gets the queen, he can start with the hawks. A lava hound is in there, so to just kind of prevent the queen to do more stuff, kind of, because the queen will now die. At the same time, the hawks are coming in from the top and immediately clean up. So those attacks on this base are actually already really, really good. Like, the guy knew what he was doing. So let's just see how it in the end turned out for him. He still has a lot of heal spells left to use, so that's unfortunate for us as a defender, but at the same time he's running into a lot of traps. The pups are helping non-stop. There are the air skeletons hanging out over there. The wizard is taking those out. But at the same time, there's so much trash inside of the base, which means it takes forever to pretty much clean up, which he's like noticing right now, because the cleanup he brought with him was just like way too less. Like, he needs way more cleanup, and now the hawks are trying to get rid of the last couple of buildings. The king is defending and like doing a pretty good job. You always try to have kind of Tesla or something beefy around your king, because when the hawks are trying to get rid of those defenses, meanwhile the king is hammering away those hawks, and this is the exact same thing. So in the end, this is not going to be a 3-star. This is going to be a fail because of the lava pops who survived. So that's a nice defense over there. And the next base is going to be number, let me check, 30. No, I didn't want to check the replay. We want to check out the base. And guys, if you want to copy those bases, just check out the description of the video. There's the base link if you want to copy those. And like I said, in 2 days, there will be more bases, but this time Townhall 11. So let's check out this base. So this one, it's super strong against, for example, Electron or Dragbat. The reason behind that is like the setup of the air defenses and the wizard towers. Like, you can't really take out anything pretty much with bats, because there's always like those double buildings with the air defenses and the wizard towers. At the same time, all the time there are the inferno towers as well, which means you can't really take out anything with the bats. It's really hard to get any value with those. And dragons alone, they're decent, but not good enough, I guess. And especially with those centralized air defenses, it's really hard to get rid of anything pretty much. The CC you should use on this one is 2 witches, a baby dragon, and an archer. And at the same time, it's really nice against P.E.K.K.A. and bats, or overall just like P.E.K.K.A. smash, because the inferno towers are set up that if you go in from like this side, this inferno tower is like staying alive kinda. If you do it from the other side, like this, then this inferno tower is staying alive. Once again, with this explode, the same. Like, the explodes are staying alive because you cannot reach them, so your troops are getting way more damage, and which is pretty nice on this base as well. Are like those double Tesla with the giant bomb in between, which is pretty nasty versus those outside troops if you have like witches and boulders going around the outside, which is always good and really popular right now. And at the same time, you have those anti-hawk springs with the walls around them, like just to make sure that the hawks step onto the spring trap, which is really nice. And yeah, if you guys like the base, just make sure that you copy it. The link is down in the description. And if you need a Town 11 base, we will see you in 2 days, because like I said, then I will provide you guys 2 more Town 11 bases. Once again, a big shout out to Eve Vision, who's like one of the main base builders for 11 Original, and they're doing great right now. So good luck to them, and we will see you guys in the next video.